In this week's movie review, WFMY News 2's Manny Franks is digging into the new musical out in theaters now, The Color Purple.
If you are around long enough, you are bound to see your literary work adapted into a musical, and eventually a movie musical. That's just how the show business works, honestly. If you're successful enough, it's not a threat, it's just a genuine promise. I mean, take a look. The Wizard of Oz, Les Miserables, The Phantom of the Opera, and yes, even A Christmas Carol have all seen their works adapted into that pipeline. And this time around, we have the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, The Color Purple, getting that same treatment. Although, in my view, to a much less successful attempt than other works in the past.
Ain't you got something to make you just smile?
My sister, and I ain't seen her in years.
Inspired by the book of the same name, The Color Purple is the musical adaptation of its Broadway counterpart. Centered around a young black woman's fight to reunite with her sister and her child, Celie grows up with hardships surrounding her at every corner. Yet with solidarity and inspiration from the women around her, Celie is ready to write her own story. While established fans of the Broadway musical may be humming the show tune numbers, The Color Purple as a movie musical lacks the show-stopping force that justifies the entire adaptation. Flashy, choreographed musical numbers seem devoid of life, not because of any lack of vibrancy from the actors and the dancers who are superb, but more of a bland aesthetic that seems akin to those broadcasted live performances that we were so fixated on years ago than an actual Broadway musical. As the text for The Color Purple is already so rich, the characters and the story about Black sisterhood are already built in for success. It really all just depends on if this adapted medium speaks to you. It's elevated, thankfully, by a stupendous cast led by a captivating Fantasia Barrino. She, along with memorable supporting turns from Danielle Brooks, Taraji P. Henson, and Coleman Domingo, gives the film its voice, however misdirected that voice may be. The Color Purple is already a timeless story written by Alice Walker years ago and later adapted by Steven Spielberg into a feature film, both great in their own right. It's just that this Broadway adaptation loses some of that weight for me. But I know that won't be the case for everybody, and that is perfectly okay. Which is why I'm giving The Color Purple a for you to decide. You can currently watch it only in theaters.